Right, it's time. Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes came out a few days ago. I've just been so busy, so I'm just gonna fire this out. Spoiler review. So let me tell you where I am with the previous Hunger Games. Catching Fire, I think, is the best one. I'm just gonna tell you that, like, off the bat, best one. Then Hunger Games: The Mockingjay Part 2. Then I like Hunger Games, and then Hunger Games: The Mockingjay Part 1. Where does Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes fit in? I think it fits in very nicely at number 3. I really enjoyed this movie. There's some movies where you go, wow, that was really thought-provoking. That was an experience. And Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes was an experience. And yes, you have to... This isn't like a recommendation. I'm ordering you, go see it in theatres. It was a very, very smart decision to make Snow the main character of this film. And Tom Blythe as President Snow, or not President Snow, Coriolanus. I always thought he was called Cornelius, but in the film they're like Coriolanus. So him as Coriolanus Snow, he can bring a certain, like, innocence, a certain, I kind of don't want to be pushed into this, and a kind of snobby arrogance. We like him because he's so complex, and we see the hand he's been dealt, at life. It's a shocking thing for anyone in this universe, the Hunger Games, but he is President Snow. Like, he has those morals and ideas that us, the audience, don't agree with. But it's not like the film's like, oh, he's misunderstood, he's misjudged. No. The film's like, this is a bad dude, and the Hunger Games makes him worse. He has very strong opinions and very strong views, even before he killed that kid in the arena. And he's a snob. He is a snob. He's a bit slippery because he cheats. We know he cheats. That's why he gets sent to District 12, because he cheats. And the film doesn't condone that because they send him away. He's a bad dude. And that is further accentuated by him just blatantly murdering 2 guys with a gun. He just shoots them like that. Bang! They're gone. That scared me more than anything. I can't lie. Because it's just a guy. He's just shot someone and he's like, oh. Like, if you're that unhinged, or if you don't have that control over yourself, that is scary. And that's why he becomes President Snow. There were little Hunger Games Easter eggs, which I really appreciated. Katniss, the Katniss plant, the Mockingjays, the song, and it shows you why Snow despises Katniss Everdeen, because she reminds him of Lucy Greyback, the woman who he feels turned on him. I think this film, more than any, shows you how brutal Hunger Games can be, because the first 4 films, they're like, some kids don't really look like kids, like they're supposed to be kids. In this film, we have literal kids. And, like, obviously it can't be gory because of the rating, but from what you see, like, they get away with quite a lot, and they also imply quite a lot. Like Snow seeing the guy chop off a hand. Like, you don't see the chop, but you see the swing, and you're like, oh, that's what that implied. And you can imagine what 3-year-old Snow or 5-year-old Snow saw. And it is brutal. And you get emotional. You get choked up. There were some bits I was like, I can't watch this. I can't do it. Peter Dinklage's character, I didn't get him at the start. I was like, you're just a guy with a vendetta. But I got it. What he's trying to do is he tried to help Snow. But in the end, sadly, he failed. He tried to aid him, but he just went about it the wrong way. Because he was trying to prevent Snow from becoming what ultimately he did become. What I will say, Rachel Zegler, I've kind of been avoiding talking about her because of, obviously, the controversy. And she's a very public figure. Lucy Greyback, she's very different from Katniss. She knows what she's doing. She's a performer. She's confident, like, right off the bat, she like, I'm Lucy Greyback, and I can sing, and I'm from District 12, howdy there, folks, I'm Lucy Greyback. That accent, I was not expecting that to come out of Rachel Zegler's mouth. It's fine, kind of threw me off, because I'm like, this is not your usual voice, and it feels like you're trying to mimic a southern voice, but whatever. Viola Davis as Dr. Volumina Gold. She is evil. And, like, at the end of the film, she's like, you'll study under my university. You can say, okay, she was one of the contributing factors to push Snow to President Snow. Because he's going to go to her university now, and he's going to basically be, like, indoctrinated, brainwashed into this way of thinking. He is at the end of the film, when she says, now, I ask you again, Mr. Snow, what's the purpose of the Hunger Games? You can already tell that he's too far gone, and it is because of her. Lucy Greyback was like, I believe people were born good, and we crossed that line to evil. No, not Dr. Gold. No, she is scary. The descendant or whatever of, guy who laughs. He was good, he was funny. But all the funny stuff in this film was like a one-liner that would kind of be kind of an awkward funny to try and break the mood. But I didn't find myself laughing, like killing myself at this guy. Philly Harrington. I want to talk about that scene, right? Because most of the kids have died. And this guy, like, what a person. He picks them all up, he lays them all with each other with their hands like that, and he puts the curtain over them, gives them some privacy. And he says, look, I'm not going to fight. I'm done fighting. So are you going to punish me now? Are you going to punish a man for respecting dead corpses and hiding them from all that danger? That was such a powerful scene. I think that was my favourite scene from the whole film. This man, he has nothing left. But he also has nothing to lose because of that. And he just says no. What do you think of Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes? Even though I am, giving it good publicity here, it was very long. I think it should have been 2 parts. Like Mockingjay. I think the Hunger Games should end, and then that film should kind of end, and then the sequel should be kind of Snow's even more breaking. And you can kind of see where he breaks in the film. It literally happens. Like, he's in the woods, he's been bitten by a snake, and you see, bang, and if it hadn't turned before, he definitely turned to President Snow in that moment, you can tell. But yeah, it should have been a 2-parter. But that does not take away my enjoyment. Like, I really enjoyed this film. Obviously, it'll be a hard film to rewatch, but as a film, like, stylistically as a film, and, how thought-provoking it was, what a film. But guys, again, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.